by his sense of justice and fairness, with a burning desire
The Anglican Church is at a Freemason's funeral. We spoke about the crowning of the king. We spoke about how Archbishop Thabo is actually a knighted Anglican bishop. And so I showed that entire thing. I'm on the Anglican webpage right now, Anglican webpage. I also spoke about how the Knights of St. John is actually in history the Knights of Malta. On this particular episode, I'm going to show you further proof. On that video, I might have sounded like I was talking into thin air. And so I went to gather everything. But I'm not only going to do that, I'm going to show that the Freemason order in Africa is very strong. So I'm going to use a series in order to do that. Today, there might be an episode up to about 4 different episodes so that I can put the episodes in order and show one proof to another with articles supporting it. I'm going to go over at least 70 different articles in all these 4 episodes. So check the pinned comments, it will be down there, the whole 9 chairs. The Church Reality Check will do daily Christian commentary videos, and on this particular episode, the aim is simple. A very dark scene from what I am seeing. Y'all tell me what you see. And so, this is the Anglican thingy. You can see the knighting that took place over there. You can see the cloak over there, right? No problem. Now, if you actually go on further, I found this guy on TikTok, okay? And this guy, he is a confessed, proud Freemason. So there's a couple of videos that I want to make a reference to here. Now, the first video would be this one, where people were doubting that he is a Freemason. And so what he did was, I'm going to silence it. He then showed proof of him wearing his thingy and shows up at the Mason temple, and he starts talking to members of the temple. They get involved in a couple of rituals. You can see the checkered floor down there, a combination of mixture with light and darkness, and there whatever service they are doing, you can see him in his outfit, the whole 9 hajjas. Okay, so this person is a Freemason. But there was another video that he showed in his video where he shows this particular pyramid here. And he shows exactly that this pyramid is actually very valid for understanding the rankings. Now, where does the Knight of Malta fall within this entire thing? It's a rising pyramid kind of a thing, but it also falls under Freemasonry. This structure right here, and that particular structure that is showing, you can see where the Knight of Malta is at when it comes to ranking. You have the Scottish Rite, Freemasonry, then you have the Yoke Rite. These are 2 different wings. Prince Hall, Freemasonry, all that kind of jazz, which is for black people and whatnot. But you can see all of those things. You see the first 3 degrees, and you can see all those degrees to rise up into the 33rd degree of Freemasonry. In this video here, and he shows that the Knights of Malta is in that. But notice something. Him being a Freemason, note what he is wearing. He has that symbol. You can see that in Freemasonry, they also do use that symbolism that he is wearing of that you can see on the outfit of the Knights of Malta. And so you see that right there. But he also has another video where he's talking to other members of his fraternity, and you can see what they are wearing. So there it is again. You can see his symbol. There you go, with a different member again with the same symbolism. And so you can see the symbols of Knights of Malta used in Freemasonry here. And you can see that within that structure that he showed, see where the Knights of Malta are at, right up at the top up there. Knowing therefore that being knighted is thing, does it mean that thing? It means that the wing of or the order of Knights of Malta falls under the same Catholic organization, also known as the Knights of Malta. Okay, now this is what I also found. Okay, that relationship with the Anglican Church, Knights of Malta, with the Catholic Church. Okay, so this relationship, I want you to hear where they are holding this particular event.
The Crusaders are back in the Vatican. On Saturday, thousands of members of the medieval order of the Knights of Malta celebrated their 900th anniversary. Founded in the 12th century as a military order of the Catholic Church.
So you can hear it there. The Knights of Malta are under that same wing of the Catholic Church. And therefore, now that we see the relationship, okay? Now that we see the relationship between the Catholic Church, the Knights of Malta, and the Knights of St. John being one over there, I found a very interesting funeral service that was being done in Ghana for a Mason, all right? And I thought it was quite interesting. Guess who is doing the funeral for this particular thing? He was an ambassador. This is going to be further in a second episode over there. So check that episode, it'll be down there. But listen to who's doing the funeral service.
Laws to the chiefs and people of Garanga. For over 20 years, this great man.
So you can see he's a Freemason. He is an ambassador. He was an ambassador. As you can see right there, that's his name right there. He was an ambassador, and his funeral service in 2018 was done with Freemasons at attendance. You can see them fully dressed in their Masonic outfits. And he too was also dressed with his Masonic outfit in his mukofifo, you understand? But now, hear this part.
Fired by his sense of justice and fairness, with a burning desire for national development, not least in the area of his birth.
The Anglican Church is at a Freemason's funeral. Who was a politician. And they got
This morning's burial service will be led by the Anglican Church of Ghana.
There you go. The Anglican Church of Ghana was the one which was doing that particular thing. Let's move on to the next part, furthering this particular subject of these Masons being in Africa.
By his sense of justice and fairness, with a burning desire for national development, not least in the area of his birth.